Hi everybody, welcome back to Mediocre Whiskey Review. We're doing a new bottle opening today. Stick around. All right everybody, so I picked up a new bottle today while I was out, and we're going to talk about it. And it's going to be a first for me. I've never had anything from this brand, so we'll see. What it is New Riff, and it's a single barrel. It is a store pick that I picked up today, so I'm pretty excited about it. A few years ago, a couple years ago, I don't remember, a friend of mine had gotten a New Riff. I have no idea what it was. I don't know if it was single barrel. I don't know. I took a small sip. Wasn't a fan, but I had just started into the whole whiskey business, This is not New Riff. That is a Knob Creek private barrel, because I haven't had anything else to drink today. So while I'm opening this, I'm going to tell you what I know about this, okay? I went to their website and I did some research, but I didn't feel like writing everything down because it was a lot. So I didn't. But what this is, it's a single barrel store pick. This is from a store in Fort Wayne called Cap and Cork. And pause for a moment. All right, unpause. They really did not want anybody getting into that plastic. Anyway, so I picked this up in Fort Wayne at Cap and Cork, which I believe are Fort Wayne. I believe those are liquor stores in and around Fort Wayne. They're not like nationwide or whatever. So this is 113.3 proof. Pause for cork pop. That was nice. Oh, it's got a black cork. I don't know if I've ever seen one with a black cork before. So 113.3 proof, aged at least 4 years, as it is stated on the bottle. On the tag on the side, it says single barrel, Cap and Cork, distilled January 2019, bottled March of 2023. Now, I am going to read this, which I usually don't try to read tasting notes or anything before I do a tasting, because I don't want to be subjected to someone else's thoughts or opinions. But they felt so strongly about it, they put it on the label. So it says the aroma is blueberry and nutty caramel, and the palate is spearmint and chocolate. So, I'm super excited to try it. I have always been I love their bottles. I think they're super neat looking. I just never bought any for whatever reason. I don't know why. Just never have. So we have one now. We've got one now. I'm gonna take one more sip of this. This was a dainty little 94 proofer. But hopefully will help me before I get to 113.3 proof. I did get a little more information off of their website. Like I said, they have a lot. It says the distillery was founded in 2014 by Ken Lewis. It is independently owned and operated, owned by one family. It gives them the freedom to do pretty much whatever they want. They don't have partners. They don't have people on the sideline saying, well, you need to do this or you have to do this. So I think that's kind of cool. And this bottle, it says distilled, aged, and bottled by New Riff Distilling in Newport, Kentucky. That's all I wrote down. That's all I got from it. The color on it is really pretty. It's a really nice amber color, and it looks to be pretty viscous. I can see it sticking to the glass, which I really like. I think that's great. The nose is kind of faint on it. See, and I'm trying to pull out that blueberry and that nutty caramel. I'm not getting it yet. There's like a slight big league chew. All right, well, we're gonna jump right into her and see what we get. That is pretty spicy. And it's not, I know it said spearmint on it, but I'm not getting like a minty vibe from it. But I did forget that I wrote down the mash bill on this. They have their mash bill for their regular bourbon, which is, they do a bottled and bond. And their single barrels also have the same mash bill, which is 65% corn, 30% rye, and 5% malted barley. So it does have quite a bit of rye in it, which to me is exactly what I just tasted. And they also do a rye as well, and a single barrel rye. I saw one of those too. And it's a straight rye whiskey, and it is 95% rye and 5% malted rye. Now, I don't know much about ryes, but I know that to my palate, they are spicy. And now you've malted 5% of it, and I don't think that I care for the malt either. Like, I've had some others, like I don't remember I don't know what it was, but like you can taste that malty flavor, and I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I almost picked it up just to try it, but I didn't. I got this one instead, and I think what did I pay? $49. I think I paid $49 for this. And like, I went in looking for something to purchase because I haven't been shopping for a while and I needed something new. And I didn't think that was terrible for a store pick. So that's why I got it. They had a couple other store picks. They had an Elijah Craig store pick, but I don't think it was their store pick. It had a different name on it, and I don't know what that meant. And it was barrel proof. It was like 128 point something proof. But they wanted $99.99 for it, and I just couldn't bring myself to do that. I probably overpaid for this. They seem to be a little bit high on most things, but like $100. Like, you can, the C9 whatevers and the A1s, and like those aren't even $100. And I know barrel picks are more, but like it just seems steep to me. Maybe I'm crazy. So that time right up front, I got some actual flavor. It was not chocolate. It was not chocolate or spearmint. Although I will say, I think maybe there was a hint of spearmint kind of on the back end of that. But it was vanilla, and there was like I could definitely got the rye spice that I like. There's a specific note. It tastes like a Christmas tree to me, and I got a very slight hint of that, but not overpowering, so it wasn't bad. And the spice really doesn't linger a lot, but to that end, none of it lingers a lot, so the finish on it is not super great. And I know, the distillery is still fairly new. In 2014, I mean, we're almost 10 years old. So, I see it everywhere. So they're doing something right? So I'm not knocking the brand. I'm not knocking anything about it at all. Because in 10 years, I'd say they've done pretty darn good. That was sip 3, and that was by far the best. There was caramel, a hint of the Christmas tree, but it's so like quick that it almost isn't worth mentioning, but I have to because it was there. I can probably get a little bit of the chocolate. It is pretty sweet right up front. And then it turns into the spicy, minty, maybe. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Now, will I sit around and just sip this as I'm watching TV? Probably not. But I think it can be really good in mixed drinks, which I intend to keep trying. I just haven't yet. I want to make some more, and I just haven't. There's a gentleman that contacted me. He has a channel, and it is called Low Carb Cocktails. So I need to get over there and get me some recipes and, you know, try out some cocktails, because we know I'm not a cocktailer. But, so new Riff, I think this was very good. I will say for my palate, with that 30% rye, pretty standard in their mash bill. I don't know that it's something that I'm going to keep going back to. I don't hate it at all. I don't even dislike it. It's good. But I prefer the sweeter side of bourbons and whiskeys. Even some with like the peppery side, and the rice spice, for whatever reason, just doesn't sit well with me. But that's okay. That's what this is all about. So I'm going to leave that right there where it's at. Now, will I compare this to other things? Probably, because, you know, sometimes I get in a mood and I just pull stuff down and we check it out and see what it is. But otherwise, I hope y'all have the most beautiful day. I had such a good day earlier today. I went to see my daughter and her baby. She had, her son was born October 19th, and he was born 2 months early. So that was a stressful little period for everybody involved. However, the little booger was apparently just ready to get into this world for whatever reason. And he has done tremendous. He's breathed on his own since day one. He's, you know, he's just a little fighter, and I got to snuggle him earlier today, and that made my entire day. So I hope everybody goes out and do something nice for someone. Like and subscribe to the channel. Also, you know, comment, invite your friends to this very mediocre party. And, yeah, I will see you guys I'll see you on Tuesday. Cheers.